Oh, yeah. Hello, welcome to the Football Glory Hole Recap Podcast. I'm your host, Bo Cephas, coming to you, as always, with my good buddy Longhorn. We can listen to an Apple Podcast, SoundCloud, Spreaker, watch us live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on X, live or recorded any way you can afford it. We thank each and every Glory Hole sticker for tuning in this week. All right, boys and girls, you know how we do it. It is time for the good, the bad, and the hard fucking kidding.
Now it's time for the good.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, that's just fucking great. That's just fucking great.
The bad.
Is this bad? Is this bad?
Well, that's fucking not good.
And the are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me?
God damn it. Are you fucking with me?
All right, boys and girls, and as always, we start off with a good, well, another winning week for FGH, week after week after fucking week.
It's a good week. It's a good week.
CK star of the weekend, 25-13 Longhorn, 12 units for our player prop boy, and that's not even counting. He had a plus 3,800 ATD parlay. What a fucking monster weekend for CK.
That's 2 weeks in a row with an anytime touchdown parlay cashing out. So once again, if you do player props, fantasy football, pick six, any of that bullshit, and you're not using the CK package, you're just doing it wrong. So get on.
You're just doing it fucking wrong there, kid. I had a good week. I had a winning week. 9-7 overall. 6-6 in college. Should have been a 7-5. We'll get to it. 3-1 in the NFL, 9-7, not gonna bitch. Another winning week for your boy, Bo Cephas. Add all that together in Longhorn's contributions, and we're 35-25 as a company. 10 units up on the fucking week. Another great fucking weekend. That isn't including free pick. I gave out South Dakota minus 18.5. Look, we actually had to kind of sweat this one going into about late third quarter. They finally get up by the 21. Then it's 28. Before you know it, it's
South
31.
Dakota.
South Dakota.
They
Minus
play
18.
football there, huh?
They do. They're really good at football there, actually. So we had to sweat it longer than I thought we would, but eventually we made it into the clear. I think they ended up winning by 34, 38, something like that. Who fucking knows? They win. They move on to the next round of the playoffs, as they were always going to do. All right, Chicago plus 7. Those Bears. Gave that out to my clients. I said Caleb was going to have a bad game. And he definitely did. 17 for 36, 154 yards, 4.3 yards per attempt.
He has a lot of bad games where they win the football game. This is they're winning despite sugar britches. So take that for what it's worth. I mean, just
stow that nugget away for later on, because it will come into play eventually. That is going to bite them. But I also said they're going to have a big advantage in the running game, and that would be their avenue to covering this. Look, I'd be lying if I said I thought they were going to run for 281 yards at 6 yards per carry. Good Lord. This game, I don't know if you watched it, but it was a fucking ass whipping. I mean, from the jump. Philly, they're still so overvalued in this market. It is fucking crazy. Chicago is the number 1 seed now, Longhorn, in the NFC. So all hail the new queen of the NFC, Sir Sugar Britches himself. I watched this game, pretty intensely. It really was just an ass whipping. Every time Chicago had the ball, their offensive line dominated. I mean, dominated. One of the better defensive lines in the NFL. That big fatty you like from Georgia moved his fat ass out of the way. Jalen Carter, my boy from Georgia, moved his fat ass out of the way. I mean, they were just double teaming left and right, getting off of double teams, pounding those fucking Philly linebackers. Play after play after play after play. Sugar Ridge didn't have to do shit because they literally just went mano a mano and whipped their fucking asses for 60 minutes. It was
well,
just an ass whipping.
I said in the preseason that you can't win with a gay quarterback, but that was before I knew they were just going to run for 300 yards every game and lead the league in takeaways, which I don't know if that's a for sure thing, but I know they're way up there.
Oh yeah, no, they do.
So yeah, there you go.
And takeaway differential, because look, Sugar Britches might not be great at a lot, but what he is really good at is not turning the fucking ball over. Very rarely.
Look, you can draft a Transtard if you run for 300 yards a game. It doesn't fucking matter. You're just going to win you take the ball way more than everybody else, run for 300 yards a game, and it don't matter what you got at quarterback. So hats off to him. Congratulations to the LGBTQ LMNOP community. You got yourself a winning quarterback, I guess. We'll see how this plays out, though. Unfortunately, the Super Bowl is not in late November. They play it in February, most of us. So we'll see how all this plays out.
Ben Johnson getting fired up though after the game, taking his shirt off in the fucking post-game speech.
He's a badass. He's just the fucking perfect coach for the perfect team. Congratulations, Chicago. But this ain't 1985, and I don't see Refrigerator Prairie on your team. We know how this ends. Okay, we know how it ends.
All right, moving on. I had the under on Houston and Indy full game. Longhorn had the under in the first half out to his clients. Neither one was a sweat. Both these teams showing huge cracks now offensively. Houston's defense, one of the best in the league, still remains. And Indy, sneakily enough, they have one of the best, if not the best, red zone defense in the entire league. I had the final score projected 23-18, come up about 5 points short of that even. So, but I also had Indy projected to win, and that did not happen. I said both teams would struggle to run. They did. And look, if Indy can't run the ball, this offense is just dog shit. Indiana Jones is what he is. He was never going to be a revelation. But in fairness, he was also probably never bad as it seemed in New York either. But now I have a decent grasp, or at least I think we all do, of what he is and what he is in this offense. If Jonathan Taylor runs, good offense. If he stops running, not a good offense. And we've seen him not be able to run the last few weeks. The market still hasn't caught up with it. Cashing in unders on Indy has just been my thing lately. Like, they just go under. Because they had that high-flying offense early. The market still hasn't caught up to it yet. Daniel Jones, regression without the big running game. So, which that was always what carried the offense anyway. I know it was a fun storyline. Indiana Jones, blah, 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 blah. But just like Sugar
He
Britches,
does have a broken fibula. So.
even before that, like your boy Sugar Britches, he's not
fine.
good either. So just fucking dial it
I would
back.
prefer to
Dial
see
it
it.
back.
I would just prefer to see him like fully healthy before.
He's been fully healthy for a month that couldn't fucking score. This has been going
No.
on for a long time.
He didn't get hurt last week. He was hurt before that. They just didn't say anything.
Bullshit.
Yes, they did.
This is Longhorn making more excuses for guys.
I'm not on the
Yeah.
team. This is what they're saying.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'd say that too if I couldn't score the ball anymore.
I mean,
Anyway.
the correlation with JT obviously is the main thing. If you stop him, you stop the Colts for sure.
Yeah.
He's not turning it into an MVP candidate. I never said he was going to be an MVP. I mean, he could have won the MVP
Well,
if they
that
kept
would-
winning, but he wouldn't have been a legit. He's not a legit top tier quarterback.
He never was though. It was
I never
all
said he, and I
Jonathan
never
Taylor.
said he was. But also he does have a cracked fibula. Let's not shrug
Yeah,
that
no,
off.
I give him credit for doing that for sure. But I mean,
and they could have. They were in this game the whole time.
Oh, for sure. And
you know,
look, this loss hurts them. It hurts them bad.
Oh,
they're now
you
tied.
think?
Yeah, they're tied with Jags, and Houston's just one game back. So
Yeah, they got this. This was a runaway.
all Indy's been doing for over a month now. We've been talking about all they've been doing is losing. They won one game in the last month, and that was an overtime game overseas against Atlanta, who is absolute just dog shit. So
Yeah, and it's KC, Houston, and I forget who was the other loss. I don't remember the other one, but yeah, it's just they're in trouble. Yeah, because you got not only one team but two teams on your ass. Now I don't believe in Jacksonville fucking at
Jacksonville
all.
on their ass. Jacksonville's ahead of them. So
Yeah, and that's how little I think of them because I don't think they're a real team either. But
you keep on fading them. How's that been going for you, bud?
well, you faded Texans early in the year, and I said not so fast, and they're right on their ass right now. So I mean, I still believe in the Texans. I still believe in the Colts. I don't know if this is a crack that's ever gonna like get Like, he's not running, he's not moving. So if that's not going to heal until the offseason, Indy's cooked. But I haven't heard. Maybe you've heard more diagnosis of what it's going to be going forward. But
I mean,
if
I
he
got to
can't-
think that if he's playing on it, it can't get worse. But I mean, you're not going to get better either. Like that's not a thing.
Yeah, if it's not going to get better to the point where he can move around in that Shane Steichen offense, which is a huge part of it, then they're cooked.
So they lost to the Steelers, beat the Falcons, had a bye, and lost to Chiefs, Texans. Their points per game, other than the Falcons, they were the high flying Colts, who scored 31, 38, 38, and then the Steelers scored 20. Overtime against the Falcons, they got to 31, then 20 and 16 after the bye. Yeah, again, it's all going to come down to they need a good matchup for Jonathan Taylor in the running game. If he can't run, we all know what Daniel Jones is. He's not carrying you anywhere. He sucks. So, I mean, he does suck.
I mean, we're not.
He's not good.
We don't have time to get into the semantics of your black and white. Just you're either great or suck. So
he's not carrying a team without a running game and a good defense. Which again, the Indians defense is not good, but they are great in the red zone. Great. They held Kansas. The only reason why we covered Kansas City was the week before. Kansas City had 6 red zone trips, 0 TDs, 0 TDs in 6 trips. And Houston, that was a big reason why that game went under yesterday.
Man,
Houston was constantly in the red zone.
I think, and this is half. I'm half smiling when I say this, but I think Mahomes sucks because he's got no running game and they can't score in the red zone. He just can't carry him with no running game. So,
well, I mean, you could say that about a guy who has multiple Super Bowl rings.
I
but
know.
That's stupid. That makes you look dumb. But that's okay.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does.
No,
we'll move on.
I prefaced it as saying it's not.
Hey, I'm going to have
all...
to say something really stupid real quick and make a dumb comparison. So let me just throw this out here.
It's not dumb.
It's very dumb. All right, Longhorn hit the sounder on the Jets plus 2.5, plus or 1 unit on the plus 122 on the money line. I didn't watch a single play of this one, Longhorn. But it looked from the box score to be more entertaining than I imagined that it would be. I don't know. What was this one like?
Well, I really didn't watch a lot of it either, to be honest. I just know that Aaron Glenn is a seriously, seriously bad football coach. Even in a win, they score a touchdown with about a minute and a half. Let's just call it a minute and a half left in the game to tie it up. So an extra point ties it up. It's a minute and a half left in the game. You're a shitty team. You just go for 2. A loss doesn't kill you. You're trying to get a high pick anyways. Who cares if you lose the game? You go for 2, and you still have time left. So let's say you don't get it. Well, you can still kick it off, play defense, get the 3 and out, call your timeouts, and get the ball back with a chance to kick the field goal to win. He kicks the extra point. Like, this guy is just brutal. Now, it worked out for him. They ended up getting the win in overtime. Wait, did this go to overtime? Or did they actually get it back in regulation?
Looks like it's regulation.
Okay. Yeah, he got it back in regulation anyways. So he even got it back in regulation anyway. So of course you go for 2, take the lead, or like what happened, stop him, get the ball back anyways, and go win it. So he's just a horrible coach. He's terrible at his job.
So he kicked to tie it.
Yes, he kicked to tie it instead of going for 2. To
take the lead.
Yeah, to take the lead. It's everybody does it. Everybody goes for 2 in that situation.
Well, I mean, in their position, I agree with you. Just because they're losing anyway, who cares? But if you got time left on the clock, you do tie the game because 2 doesn't win it. If it's like last 10 seconds, then yeah, of course 2.
If you're like in a playoff race or it's an actual playoff game, okay, fine. But,
But in any situation, you kick the extra point. But at this point with them, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
But analytically, if there's time left on the clock, you kick the extra point. But
I would like to hear. I would like to hear
situation.
because there is a cutoff there. If of how much time's left on the
how
clock.
much time was left?
Like a minute and a half.
Yeah, you
or
kick the extra
so.
point.
If you got all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, if the other team's going to get a full possession, that means the field goal beats you either way. So you got to at least tie the game.
It won't be a full possession if you got all 3 timeouts, even under 2 minutes.
No, I'm saying the other team would have a full possession.
What is a full possession? What do you mean?
Like if there's like under whatever how many seconds, like 20 seconds, then yeah, you go for 2 because if you don't get it, you lose. If you get it, you most likely win.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
But in their situation, I agree with you. You're the fucking Jets. Who cares if you win or lose? You probably would rather fucking lose.
I guarantee
should.
the front office. I guarantee the front office would have rather lost. I mean, they're probably pulling their hair out upstairs.
Probably so. All right, Longhorns free pick on Denver. Look, it's in the good because it lost, and he's 2-11 now in the season. And if you've been fading him, that means you are 11-2. That's incredible. Look, I said Bo Nix.
I always forget what it is until you tell me on the Monday recap.
Yeah, well, you won 2 weeks ago, so we couldn't have that. I said Bo Nix should have his best game of the season, and I had Denver scored 28 points. Well, it was not Bo Nix's best game of the season, but for him, pretty good. 321 yards, 7.1 yards per attempt. And I was only off by 1 point on Denver, but the part that the BBG missed on was the Broncos giving up 26 points to the hapless Skins offense. I had them at 20, which still 28-20 was well over. That should have been my play on the game. I didn't have anything on the game, but I should have bet the over. And they came a 2-point conversion away from losing. Denver did. Holy shit. Like, I have no idea how the Skins were able to score in this one. They had 4.9 yards per play. That is fucking horrific. That is Minnesota territory for the season. And it's way below what the Skins average, and they're not even a good offense, but they average 5.6 yards per play for their season. And to have a good game like this versus Denver defense, or have a terrible game, but somehow they still put up 26 points, they have not scored 26 points in a month and a half before this game. This is just one of those very weird statistical games where everything, if you look through all the scores and you add everything up and grade it, it just doesn't add up at all. But what it does add up to is another successful fade of Longhorn and his amazingly terrible free picks. And what it also adds up to, and the only thing that really matters for Denver, is another fucking W as they continue to assault this division away, Longhorn. So thoughts on this one?
Oh my God, Treylon Burks with a touchdown. I didn't even know they signed him from Tennessee. I know.
Oh yeah. He was. They put him on the practice squad and then they brought him up. I was like, okay, this guy hasn't played football in like 5 years.
All right, good to see that he's resurrected somewhat his career. It looks like,
what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they had
it just looks like
way
Mariota
more plays.
It just looks like it was a Mariota fucking all timer for him. He led the team in rushing.
5.9 yards per attempt passing. That is horrific. Horrific. He had 50 attempts.
Well, you're usually not on the field long enough to have 50 attempts against a Denver defense. So
shit.
So the fact
and again it was, you know what it was, is they had such a good, I was looking at that, I was like, how did this add up? Because their time of possession was very balanced, 35-32. So everything's, but what it was they actually converted 8 for 17 third downs, 3 for 3 on fourth downs. Yeah. So they literally were 4 yards from a cloud of dust, just extending drives and extending like literally a million paper cuts to get to 26 points. And again, all they needed was a 2 in the end to win the game in overtime. That's what you do when you're the Redskins and you score in overtime. You don't kick that extra point. You go for 2.
For sure. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Like that one doesn't. Even Aaron Glenn, the black coach of the year, the black coach of the year could even get that one right. But Denver 10-2, maybe the worst quarterbacked 10-2 team that I can remember in quite some time. I'm sure there's some others that'll come to mind, but
Bo wasn't bad in that game. It wasn't quite the performance I thought, but I mean they landed right on the points I projected. So
their offense just still, like, I mean, even with Sean Payton, with Sean Payton and some of the weapons that they do have, it's not like they have empty cupboard. They got Cortland Sutherland. They've got Evan Ingram.
Dude, they ran for 3.8 yards per carry against the Redskins defense. That is fucking horrific.
Yeah, I don't understand the Harvey. What's his first name? Starts with R. Is it Richard? The rookie running back that they got out of I loved him coming out of the draft. You loved him. You rubber stamped him because he went to was it UCF that he went to? It was a smaller school that you watched. It was USF. No, UCF, Central Florida, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, Harvey. Yeah, because he started. No, I'm thinking of different. Yes, Central Florida. My bad.
Yeah, and like, dude, you put on his tape, and I don't even recognize what I'm watching when I watch him in this Denver offense. no explosion or very little explosion. It doesn't match.
It's not a good mix, yeah.
Well, it should be. It's a Sean Payton offense. So there's just a lot of things with this, and a good offensive line. Like nothing is computing with this Denver offense.
Denver's a great fucking football team. They might be the best football team in the NFL, top to bottom, both sides. They might be the best one.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I do have a. Let's not forget, I've got a Denver Super Bowl ticket, 40-1. I mean, I was on them early.
There's nothing stopping you at this point.
I do love having a Denver 40-1 and a LA Rams 26-1 in my pocket. Please let them meet in the Super Bowl, and I'll just fucking cash City.
I mean, it's not even like I don't even know who else you would pick at this point in either conference.
They would have to be I guess they would have to be the two favorites, right?
Yeah.
Who the fuck else? Because like
Who
the
fuck else
AFC
would it be?
the AFC is turned into garbage.
It is turned into garbage.
I mean, with Lamar, obviously Burrow injury ruined them early. Buffalo sucks.
They're too far back. Yeah,
Baltimore, Buffalo, and what's another good team?
Kansas City, garbage.
Yeah, and Kansas City. Like all the really good teams that we thought coming in, they're just either meddling or get just done. So
Buffalo's the only one that I can say you could always say John Wayne can get on a heater because it's John Wayne.
I would say that about Lamar too, if he was actually playing like the old Lamar. But
if he wasn't hurt, yes.
Yeah, until we see that, then no way on him either.
And God knows you don't want to see Mahomes make the playoffs because if you let that dude get in, let him get in.
If this, well, yeah, they're backs against the wall, right? Like they're in trouble.
Yeah,
they're in like major trouble.
Well, let's see. Let's just look at their
5%, 10% chance to make playoffs. What are they looking at?
Their chances to make the playoffs are 38.3%.
Oh, fuck! That's not
1.2% to win the division.
Well, they're not going to win the division, but if they get in, this is going to set up for one of those all-time. Not that he isn't already, like he already is the baby goat, but like,
yeah,
that's like add fuel to the fire. Like, just get me in, and then let's just see what happens.
Buffalo's sitting at 86.3%. I mean, I think they get in for sure. Dolphins less than 1% chance. Jets have already been eliminated. And that's sad.
What? with the newest, hottest black coach of the year? That doesn't make sense.
Our Raiders were unfortunately eliminated. We'll get to that one in a second. All right, let's see. Move on.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we got to, unfortunately. Moving on to the bad. Longhorn put Tennessee plus 6 after his clients had 2 units on that on the big dick and 1 unit on the money line. Turned out to be a micro peen on this one. I said on the pod, my boy TL graded out well. And he did play well for him anyway. I said Cam graded up bad, and so did the running game. But the running game was fine. But Cam was worse than bad. He was fucking terrible. 141 yards on 3.4 yards per attempt. My God, I don't even know how that's even possible. But this was just an ass whipping. Longhorn, I'm just going to make a suggestion. You do what you want to, but I'm just going to suggest that you and your fighting Titans just agree to see other people for the rest of the season because at this point, this has become an abusive relationship. And as your friend, I just don't want to see you with someone that makes you suffer emotionally like Tennessee does because it's clear to me now that the Titans, they don't appreciate you. And you know what? Quite frankly, they don't deserve you. And you're better off without them.
No, you got it all wrong, my friend. See, what needs to happen is this is just a woman that needs to she needs to be beaten to submission. So I'm just going to keep beating her up until she does right and she gets in that kitchen and makes all the good food and takes care of the kids. Like, Cam Ward, are you fucking kidding me? You started being competitive in games because you used your fucking legs and you go out here and you run one time for 7 yards. I'm assuming that 7 yards picked up a first down. I don't have it on the screen that it did, and I sure as fuck didn't watch again because I enjoy my sanity, so I didn't watch it. And it never came up on Red Zone because they never fucking scored, so it never popped up on Red Zone either. It's very disappointing.
He had made so much progress, and then to go back to this is like worse than his very first start. Like, what the fuck even is this?
And I knew that I was motherfucked immediately when, Let me see which score it was. It was 7-3 in the first quarter. Jacksonville's up. Okay, fine. This is what you expect. It's gonna be. Let's have a back and forth. And then in the second quarter. Oh wait, where's the punt return? Do they not have a? Was that a different game I'm thinking about? My apologies. That must have been a different game. They just got their ass whooped the good old fashioned way with no. I thought there was a special teams return touchdown. I guess not. I don't see it. No, there wasn't. Okay, my bad. They just sucked that bad. So yeah.
It was one of those too, though, where
0-7 at home. 0-7.
how's that possible?
I don't know. I got no words for Tennessee. This was all the money came in on them.
Oh yeah. You got your CLV, baby. Don't worry about that.
It was not just me on Tennessee. There was a lot of people on Tennessee. And
because this is that time of year where guys like us are looking to bet these shitty teams because they're finally showing signs of life. The market hasn't caught up to yet. All anybody knows is Tennessee is 1-10 going into this game. Who cares? They suck. Jacksonville's 8-3.
Yeah, that's how Barney at the bar does bets. Yeah. And we want to fade that. And what do we even say? If they can slow down the rushing game, which they did. They even did what you're supposed to do to be able to stay in the game, and just Cam Ward I don't know.
That was 100% Cam Ward's fault. He was awful. And again, he's been doing better. He's been progressing towards. We talked about it on the podcast. He's been progressing towards, maybe a competent, at least starting quarterback, bottom third. Sure, at the end of a rookie year, I will take that. If you're a competent bottom third starting quarterback, much like Drake May last year, bottom third to second, third middle tier, whatever. That's where Drake May ended up. But at least he looked competent. That's all you want from a rookie quarterback. And he was trending that direction. And then he goes out there and does this.
Do you know, without looking, because I didn't know either and I just clicked on it, what would you say how many we're going into week 14. How many passing touchdowns does Cam Ward have?
I've seen one, personally.
You've seen one in 13 weeks? I hope so. I hope you've seen more than one.
I've seen two personally, so I'll go with
You don't watch a lot of the Sunday games. I watch every game. He's thrown seven fucking touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
All right, I guess 5. I've seen 2. So
it's just horrible. Horrible. Look, he's going to be the starter next year. They got lots of work to do. Need to add some receivers, yada, yada, yada. But
he's not working with a lot, but you got to do better than 3.4 yards from attempt. That JJ McCarthy would laugh at that. That's how fucking bad that is.
Nah, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. He's actually worse. Where'd my boy? My boy Xavier Restrepo, back-to-back games with some catches. So look, just put X in. All right, fixes everything. Get him on the field.
Fixes everything. All right, Longhorn put out the legendary Browns +5 to his clients, made them the legendary full unit. Big Dick on the +5, and even more legendary half unit on the money line. And all that added up to a legendary micro P. San Francisco was the fave before the bye, away fave before the bye, 55.6% trend. That one held there. But the real story of the game was that Cleveland, who obviously was more legendary than San Fran, got cheated by racist refs. 3-11 on third downs, 0-4 on fourth downs. Are you fucking kidding me? Shador's way too legendary for that to happen without rampant racism going against him. Just fucking disgraceful. And everybody talks about how good this Cleveland defense is. San Fran went 11 for 17 on third down. Clearly because Myles Garrett is intimidated by how legendary Shador is and probably jealous too. So now he's sabotaging the team to make sure that legendary Shador does not rise to the top of the mountain. And you may say, but Bo Cephas, the Browns never even made it into the red zone on offense. Not one time in 60 minutes of football. They never even made it to the 20. And my response to that is, yeah. And they still scored 8 points. That is fucking legendary, son. And just think, Longhorn, this is with only 2 weeks of prep. Imagine 3 weeks of prep. Extra legendary.
I thought the 8 points.
And the 49ers being racist and not letting Shador even make it to the red zone. This is bullshit.
I was pretty sure the 8 points was enough for me to get at least the cover. I mean,
100%.
Now, this was the game I was talking about that had the fuckery. So, first of all, we'll start with the first fuckery, which was the first half under 17 and a
Purdy,
half.
I'm talking a lot of shit, but Purdy was fucking not good either. So
We'll get into that. So, the first half under 17 and a half. It's fucking...
Wait, so if that's the one you want to say, are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, I don't really go over the top, so I'll let you have it on yours, but let me talk about it at least.
All right.
It's 7-0.
So reset the bet again. What was the bet?
It was under 17 and a half first half.
Okay.
And it is 7-0 with 39 seconds left. That's right. 39 seconds left in the first half.
7-0.
7-0 with 39 seconds left in the first half.
No.
No. And Cleveland was driving, so I'll give them that. They were on 10-play, 90-yard drive, and that was the touchdown that they threw to Harold Fannin. Now, it was a 34-yard pass. That's why they didn't make it to the 20. Great drive. Fine. 17 and a half. I don't care. I wanted them to score.
Fannon's a beast.
They're going to line up. They're line up to do the extra point. Penalty on San Fran. So it moves it to the 1 yard line. So what do? Let's go for 2. Why not? They move to the 1. This is a very analytical play.
Smart.
Every team does it. It's a smart thing to do. I didn't care at this point. Don't care. There's like fucking 39. There's literally 39 seconds left. They get the 2-point conversion. Great. I'm happy. I want them to win the game. They took the lead. 39 seconds left. They're just going to kneel on it, run it out. No. San Fran, 6 plays, 58 yards in 39 seconds. They get down to like the I don't know, it was like the 5 yard line. They get stopped.
All you need is the field goal stop.
No, if they kick the field goal, I lose because it's 8-7. It's on 15.
I thought it was 18 and a half.
17 and a half.
Oh, 17. Oh, got it.
17 and a half. A nice solid number to go under.
Yep.
Here's the deal. They set up for the field goal. I'm already fucked because it's a chip shot field goal. But this kicker kicks it. It hits the fucking pole, but bounces in, not out. So it was, you talk about like my first beer throw of the Sunday was definitely this game. And then the rest of the game, look, it was just a bleed out from there. It was just a straight bleed out. I'm gonna read you San Fran's scoring drives because that one I just told you about in the 39 seconds, that's their only scoring drive that was over 32 yards. Literally every other scoring drive is 9 plays, 32 yards, 6 plays, 18 yards, touchdown, and then 9 plays, 29 yards, touchdown. They didn't do shit on offense. It was all mistakes by Cleveland. Cleveland set them up for every fucking score they had besides the one at the end of the half. This game should have absolutely...
So every one of these 0 for 4 on fourth downs had to be in Cleveland territory then.
Yeah, and then there were punt return all the way down inside Cleveland territory. There was a fumble by Cleveland inside their own territory that set them up. This was a comical, just comedy of errors for Cleveland, which I thought would have happened to the West Coast team going out to the cold-ass Cleveland, but it went the other way. I'll take the loss, but I know the score is 26-8. That's a long way of me saying this easily could have gone the other way and me cashing all those tickets. But
yeah, if you looked at the stat line of this one, San Fran did not deserve to cover that game. But you know what? When you get a bunch of people together that want to conspire against somebody being legendary, there's no end to the fuckery in this league, Longhorn. There's no end to the fuckery in this league.
I know. It's modern day slavery is what it is.
Absolutely. All right, Longhorn hit the danger zone on Pittsburgh. Only one unit there, plus 3.5. Pittsburgh is in the danger zone, all right. They're in the danger zone of missing the playoffs now. Mike Tomlin as a dog isn't a thing anymore. I think we've established that.
Mike Tomlin might not be a thing anymore in Pittsburgh. Did you see the chants that were happening?
No.
Have you ever heard "Fire Mike Tomlin" chants in Pittsburgh? No, you have not.
Not chants. I've heard a lot of fans.
Yeah, but not chants in the stadium.
No, never.
So it's turned finally.
What's funny about this one was Longhorn said on the podcast, which he was right. He was confident the pass rush could help eliminate the passing game for Buffalo, which maybe the threat of it did because Buffalo didn't even try to get the passing game going. 23 attempts the whole game.
They pulled the Chicago. They pulled the
did.
Chicago. You just run them to death and you win the game.
They ran for 249 yards, which is the most rushing yards by an opponent in the history of Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. But to be fair, they've only been playing professional football there for like 60 years. So if you consider the sample size, not really that big of an accomplishment, Buffalo fans. So calm down. Longhorn, thoughts on this one? I mean,
nothing makes me want to throw a beer any harder than when I lose a game and the other team sets a fucking all-time record. I love being on the opposite end of NFL history. It's my favorite thing to do on Sundays. Let me just pick the game that I can be on the wrong side of history. No, Aaron Rodgers. Listen, this game was what are we looking at?
because John Wayne was not good, and you called it. You said he's going to struggle through the ball here against this pass rush. And he did. 5.3 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 123 yards. Again, only 23 attempts. They didn't even fucking try. They were like, yeah, we can't block these guys. Our offensive line sucks. You said it on the podcast. We can't block them. Our offensive line sucks. Fuck this shit.
Oh,
Let's just try to run.
Did you hear Tony Romo? He was literally, as much as a commentator, because you know how they can't go too hard on teams because they got relationships. He was like, Jim, they're running. Jim, this is the same play. Did
you hear your boy T.J. Watt after the game?
Yeah, T.J. Watt called out coach's staff. Like, this is getting bad.
He said, I've never seen a team run the same play that many times over and over a game and us not be able to do anything about it.
I think the game, and I'm not an X and O's expert. We watch a lot of football, but we're not experts at this. But like, if everybody that are experts, like Tony Romo's an expert, TJ Watt's a football expert, there's no doubt. And you would think that Mike Tomlin is an expert, and maybe he was at some point. But if you can't make the adjustment when literally every other smart football person in the room can see it, you're the problem. You're the odd man out. And this has been a continuous problem because, like I said, remember how high I was on this defense? This defense has great players, not good, great players all over the field. And they can't figure out how to play football. Like, this should not be happening. So,
and Longhorn doesn't miss like this on rosters. Like, he just
something's
not
something X and O, something is broken or not right, and but it's not going to fix this year. So,
and you could tell that TJ was obviously he was pissed off, but like whatever they were doing, whatever play they were running, TJ's a football player. He's going to do his job. He's a great football player. He knows I've got to stay in this lane and do my job. So whatever they're doing didn't involve him, or he couldn't get involved, or he would have to like basically break all the rules, whatever defense they're playing to go get involved, which is why it's so frustrating. Like, yeah, I guess I could go fucking rogue and just go try some shit, but that's not really what we're supposed to do. So I don't know what the fuck else you people want me to do at this point.
This game was 7-3 Pittsburgh at halftime, and fucking Aaron suck my ass Rodgers comes out immediately. The first play of the second half gets fucking blown up. Fumble touchdown.
I saw his face. He looked like he got knocked the fuck out like in a prize fight.
Well, the helmet came down and he gave him a boo-boo on his nose. He fumbled.
Dude, that shit looked broke as fuck.
His
eyes were swollen. I mean, that looked fucking rough, boy.
And then Mason Rudolph comes in, throws a fucking interception. It just. I mean, it was just like I felt great at halftime. They're up 7-3. Everything's doing like what they should, just like the Cleveland game. And it just, my second half this fucking week went to hell.
Yeah, I had some of that going on in college as well, so I feel you. All right, Longhorn hit the danger zone on Vegas. 1 unit of plus 9.5, just a quarter unit on the money line.
Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you veto that? As soon as I did it, why didn't you say, no. Remember, we don't do that with Vegas anymore?
Because I really needed them to take out San Diego for Survivor purposes. I was hoping like just the good mojo of the podcast.
If only that's how you could win bets, was with good mojo.
Flow it through, baby. Just flow it through. But unfortunately for us, the Raiders.
They actually have to play the game?
Yeah, and this team is about as bad as it fucking gets. Like, Geno wasn't even as bad as he can be, and it still didn't matter. This offense is just DOA. Their offensive line is garbage. They cannot run the ball at all. Their two top receivers aren't even fucking receivers. It's Baby Gronk and Genty. They lead the team in receptions. Thornton, or whoever that guy is, Longhorn spent all season telling us about, he's got 8 whole catches this year.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
you can't even
Oh,
evaluate these.
You're
players.
really bringing up a 5th round receiver. Come
I'm just
on.
taking it. I'm taking a fun shot. You can't even evaluate what these players are because this offense is so fucking broken. This team is so far. I was so wrong about this team. It's so far removed, but of anything that I thought that this team would be. They're already eliminated from the playoffs. I thought this team was going to win 7 games, be a fun little December story. Can they? Will they? Won't they? Will they? Like, no, they're dead. They're dead. They're dead.
You know what? And you know what? Here's what's interesting about this, because like I always try to like learn lessons on bad takes in the preseason or whatnot. And what's the and it's gonna sound stupid because like obviously we see the difference now, but what does the setup for Vegas with a experienced defensive minded head coach, good young players coming into the system, and a solid quarterback, a solidifying quarterback. Look at New England, who is on their way. They're up 30. They're on their way to 11-2. A new, good defensive-minded head coach, some good young players. Like, it's the same formula. Like it's all the same formula, except for one. In one instance, Vegas is 2-10, and New England is 10-2. I mean, I don't know. Like,
the simple answer is Drake May might win the MVP legitimately, and Geno might not ever have a job ever again.
But we've seen Drake May. We've seen him be not very good last year, and we've seen Geno Smith be way million times better than this. So, like, all I'm saying is, like, the process. I don't know if the process was like, oh God, how could you ever pick Vegas? Like, I don't think the process was horrible. It just this happened to just. I mean, this happens in the NFL every year where there's upshots that go crazy, like 10-2 New England, and there's just go to hell teams like Vegas 2-10. You know, it's
and the thing about it is, like, you even got the Kansas City break where they're not very good, which we didn't think they were going to be. You got, the Chargers being basically what we thought they were going to be. Denver's obviously overperformed, but they've overperformed in the win column, not necessarily in their statistics. So, like, that means they still could be beat. So basically every other thing went exactly the way we said it was going to go. And somehow the Raiders, we got so far fucking off on them. So especially, I'll take the blame, especially me. I really thought they had all the ingredients. A defense that was right about average last year. If you look at any,
you did talk me into them.
This is my fault.
I wasn't as high, but I was like, man, he's making a lot of good points, because like my concern was the defense, and you told me they weren't that bad last year. I was like, well,
they were on an average on like every metric. Okay, if you give me an average defense, give me Pete Carroll coming in, an a quarterback that could actually move the ball and not put their defense. They were an average defense with one of the worst offenses we've ever seen last year. That's worth a couple of bumps. But I'm with you. I fucking hate situations where I don't feel like I've learned a lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what lesson am I learning?
And you talk about the bad offensive line. Well, New England's missing 2 offensive linemen tonight that was supposed to affect them, and they're just steamrolling. So, like, I mean, it can be a factor, but it shouldn't be that much of. Well, the Giants have a great pass rush. It should affect them, and it's not. So, yeah. I don't know. Man.
I mean, this far in the season too, things kind of get baked into the cake. Like, if the Raiders don't.
Oh, and Vegas beat this team week 1. Remember?
Well, I was about to say, like, they beat New England week 1, but if you remember right at the start of the season, Vegas could have been 4-0. They blew 2 fucking games early on, and they won 2 games early on. So they were like 2-2, somewhere around in there, and they haven't won a game since then. Since they blew those 2 games, like, poof, it all went out of the fucking window.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're not even competitive anymore, and that's a fucking problem, because you have to at least be competitive Sunday to Sunday in this week. Just to fucking widen the marketplace a little bit. But I don't even know at this point, like, where this was the spot. It was a bad spot for the Chargers, coming off a bye as a home favorite, historically bad spot there. You got the Raiders coming to town, looking to do anything to play a spoiler.
Couldn't even cover 10.
And they were tied 7-7 at halftime. This is another game.
Yeah.
They just went. I was getting on the plane. I was like, hey, 7-7 at halftime. Let's go, buddy. I bet when I land, we're doing the money dance. Ha-ha. And I land and like, oh, never mind. Fuck me, I guess, because we haven't scored another fucking point yet.
So, obviously, I think Pete Carroll is definitely, this is like a one and done. I mean, it kind of has to be, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
I mean, he's just too old. Like, let's change from the like I don't mind defensive-minded coaches, but get the young ones, like the Mike McDonald in Seattle. I don't know. I'm probably drawing a blank on some of those, but like even Vrabel. Vrabel's not old. Vrabel's a relatively younger guy. He doesn't.
I think there was several mistakes made, which again in hindsight, anything you could say in hindsight is always more accurate. But you had Chip Kelly brought in. Obviously, that was a bad call. Pete Carroll, it hasn't worked out with the culture there. Geno Smith hasn't worked out at all. And, Tom Brady signed off on all these. He was supposed to be bringing the new culture.
Taking shots at Tommy there. Okay.
Which I hate doing that. I fucking hate taking shots at my boy. But he's got to own it. He's got to fucking own it. Like,
I don't know that
you
he
signed
has,
off on all this.
He might give the nod, but he's like a very minority, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, still, like, are you really going to go? If Tom Brady stood on the fucking table and said, no, do not bring Geno Smith in here, that guy fucking sucks, they wouldn't have brought him in.
Which he might, you know what? This might make him be more vocal. I bet. Bet he just,
I would hope
bet with
so.
his first year in, he's just like, yep, okay, sure. Yeah, Pete Carroll, sure. Yep, it's better than what we had. I bet you now he's going to be like, hold on a second. I don't do 2 and 10 attached to my name, Brady.
Yeah, you
so.
know that motherfucker hates losing. He hates fucking losing. So this having attached to his name is driving him fucking nuts. It's driving him nuts.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of driving me nuts, how about the Are You Fucking Kidding Me? Oh my God, my whole fucking day turned on this one. Liberty Bibberties had him plus 2.5. It's a tie game. We got 4 seconds left. 32-yard field goal for the win. Kid missed
chip
it.
shot.
Missed it. We go to overtime. First overtime. Both teams score. And Liberty was first, and they kicked the extra point, so that's all fair. You don't go for 2 if you're the first team.
All right.
And the other team was the favorite, so you don't go for 2 if you're the favorite. Then the second overtime comes. Kennesaw gets the ball. They score a touchdown. You have to go for 2 in the second overtime. They miss. So Liberty gets the ball, and as long as they just score a touchdown, I can't lose the bet. Because they got to go for 2. If they miss it, then we go to 2 points only. I've got 2.5. We win. So all I need is one more touchdown. They've scored 42 points already against a defense who is clearly gassed, as they always are by this point of the night. These kids are just dog shit tired. They're going to let up a touchdown. They always let up the fucking touchdown in the second overtime. It always comes down to the fucking 2-point conversion. Yeah, Liberty couldn't even get a first down. 4 and fucking out. Liberty loses. I lose. My day goes from 7-5 to 6-6, all because of a 32-yard fucking field goal.
And just to be,
are you fucking kidding me?
And just to be more precise there, a 32-yard field goal means you're lined up on the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
That's really close.
They ran the ball down they had the ball the whole time, and they got to the exact position. They moved to the hash they wanted. They had it all. They set it exactly where the kid wanted it. Boop, he fucking misses it. God damn it. And if that wasn't bad enough, I didn't write this down, but I fucking lost a fucking season total on, I think it was a 26-yard field goal. App State had to beat fucking Arkansas State. Had the under 5.5 wins of Arkansas State. App State goes down the field, 25-yard field goal to win the game, and they miss it. They lose by 1. Arkansas goes over the season total. Fuck me. 2 short field goals. Fuck my whole fucking
you know
Saturday.
what? I was watching that on the scoreboard because I had that too since you mentioned it in the preseason. You forgot to mention the part where the Arkansas State coach, deep in his own territory, kicked the field goal on 4th down to go up 6 instead of going for it on 4th down up 3.
Yeah.
And ice the game. This fucktard kicks a field goal.
Oh, yeah.
What, are they stupid in college? I don't watch as much college as NFL. Are they stupid?
Yes,
Did they not get the analytics
team at App State, sir.
There's no analytics. It hasn't trickled down yet. The trickle down Ronald Reagan theory hasn't made it to.
You only have so many resources when you are at App State.
I was fucking fuming as soon as he did that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a loss. Like, I mean, watching the NFL, you do something stupid like that. Usually it's Aaron Glenn, the greatest black head coach of all time. Usually when he does something stupid like that, you know you're gonna get fucked. So I was not surprised at all.
Even with that, yes, Arkansas State scores 7. We're down 1. even with all that, we still got it right down the field, get right in position.
Yeah.
Fucking
It was
missed
like
a chip
40.
shot.
Wasn't it like 40? It was like 40, 42.
I thought it was shorter than that. Was
Yeah,
it
maybe
that
so,
long?
but I don't remember. I was still mad at the fucking kicking the field goal to go up fucking 6. Like, what are you fucking retarded?
Yeah, why wouldn't you want 6 is better than 3?
Or just get the first down and the goddamn game's over. How about that?
Yeah, let's see. I just pulled it up. Plays. Nope. Why did you do that to me?
If you get the first, the game's over. Or you're in a better position to run more time, maybe get the touchdown, and then the game's for sure over. I don't remember the exact time on the clock. That was
Oh, you're right. It was 45 yards. At least that was from distance.
Yeah, could have made it. Could have saved the season total. Why not? We worked all year to
Could
get
have
that
saved
season.
the season total. And here's the other kicker thing for App State, and even worse for this coach. That kick was the difference between App State going to a bowl or Arkansas State going to a bowl. So you missed that kick. Now you're not going to the bowl. Now Arkansas State is going to the bowl. So you go home. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You motherfuckers.
I like the season long win totals though. Those are fun.
Those are fun. All right, boys and girls. That was the good, the bad, and the hard. Fucking kidding me? All right, let's get some look aheads pulled up here. Sorry,
Yeah, these look aheads this week, the teasers took a doo-doo for the most part this week, and that's fine. That's going to happen coming off a major teaser week the week before. Going right back at it this week, so I'm looking ahead at Minnesota reluctantly. That one's scary, but you can tease them up to 7.5 at home
Your
against
boy's
Washington.
coming back.
What's that?
Said your boy's coming back.
They announced that he is coming back.
Yeah, he's cleared concussion protocol.
Yeah, the quote unquote concussion protocol. Have a seat, take a break type concussion.
They're home dogs to Washington.
Yes,
My God.
that is a no brainer teaser. Get that up to 7.5. New York Jets, no brainer teaser. Get that up to 8.5. Might have some
They're 2 at Circa.
2.5. Yeah, there might be some some
Vikings
snow.
are 2 at Circa.
Oh, okay. There might be some snow in New York, by the way, and you got Miami in the snow. That
Dolphins
you already
can't swim in snow.
You already know what I'm gonna be doing on Thursday if you've been watching this for any time. Now you got some road favorites that are typically there's 3 road favorites that you typically. Oh, sorry, Jacksonville. I missed them. Jacksonville plus 1.5 at home against Indy. Get them up to 7.5. That's it. I mean, if Indy wins that game, it's gonna be close. They're going into the heat of Florida, grass. Get them up to 7.5. Now, road favorites that I'm teasing down. Normally don't do this. I like these spots though. Denver against the dead ass Raiders, like that. I'm sorry, just they become the free square. They just become the free square. Carroll knows he's fired. There's no motivation. Take Denver down to 1.5. Rams coming off a loss. Rams from 8, take them down to 2. And I feel like I'm missing one. Maybe I'm not. Maybe that's it. Okay, yeah, and that's it. So a couple of road favorites that I normally wouldn't tease down, but situationally.
What about Seattle?
Where are they at?
-7.
Oh,
at
yeah,
Atlanta.
there's the one. There's the one. I was going to ask you or wait till Thursday when we do ours to see some of the matchups with Bijan because Seattle and Atlanta, just something don't feel exactly right there.
I gotta find out if they stayed on the fucking East Coast or not. 'Cause
Yeah.
if they went
So I'm
all
gonna
the way
wait
back
on-
to Seattle. Oof.
I'm going to wait on that one. But the other ones I really like. And as far as line, just straight up lines, I mean, what do we think about the Green Bay? That's a big game. Green Bay at home against Chicago. This is huge number. It's 6.5.
That's a lot of points.
Chicago has been cash your fucking tickets all year long. I've talked about them. No matter what, they're going to keep you in a game if they're down. They're going to let a team in the game if they're up. I'm definitely looking at Chicago there in that game for sure.
I kind of what snagged my attention is the Lions. They're laying 3. It's gonna go to 3.5. I'm gonna have to put that out soon. That's a long trip on a Thursday night for the Cows to go make.
Going against all that that Cal momentum has hit its ceiling?
I think so. I've been so fucking hit and miss on the Cows though this year, so it's hard to trust me on them. Usually, again, they're one of my good teams, but whatever reason this year, I just can't catch them.
Man, I just love that Cal's defense with those additions. Like they can stop. It's hard. You can't run them anymore. If you can't run and you got Detroit, I don't know. I got to look into that game some more.
I need to know if Anonymous St. Brown's going to be okay.
I need to know if Jared Goff can actually play good football again.
He can in the right situation. That's one of those distance games though on Thursday night.
Oh yeah. True that.
And the Lions are coming off a loss. Cal's 2 straight wins. They beat the back-to-back Super Bowl champions.
How about the immovable force of Tennessee against the irresistible
I thought you were going to read that one up first.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
We're about to see a legendary game.
What's the over-under? Oh my God. Look at the over-under. Oh my God. That is embarrassing.
Was it 34?
33 and a half.
33 and a half? Oh,
that is fucking embarrassing.
Shit.
Just quit. Cancel this
game. It opened
game.
at 34 and a half. It's down to 33 at the Westgate.
Cancel this game, NFL. Do us all a favor. Get rid of it.
This game's going to be legendary, son. Legendary. You know what's funny is I watched a thing. It's so funny this is coming about. God damn, this is up to 4.5 at DraftKings. Who the fuck is over there just betting money like they already know the score? It's 3.5 everywhere else. I was watching, I think preseason, it was like Cam Ward and Shador working out together. And Cam Ward was just talking mad shit to Shador. He was like, bro, you don't never throw nothing past the line of scrimmage. All you do is throw swing passes and screen passes. He's like, I be throwing the ball down the field. He's like, Shador's like, we throw the ball down the field. He's like, no, you don't. You don't ever throw the ball down the field. He's like, I actually have to move around and read defense. He's like, I ain't got, this and that, all this baked in. It was so fucking funny. It was so fucking funny. He was just talking mad shit. And Stewart's like, yeah, well, guess I'm going to drink this Gatorade because, they pay me. And he's like, all right, cool.
I'm going to need the transcript from that conversation because if I heard it, I wouldn't be able to understand it. I just give me the printout so I can just read the English instead of listening to the broken English that those two were inevitably speaking. I'm too white to understand the black quarterback speak. I just can't do it.
It was fucking hilarious. Now they're meeting each other. So I know Kent Ward wants to go just whip his ass.
I mean, my initial thought on this, without looking into it yet, obviously it's a look ahead, is any team that's getting points, gimme. But that means I'm betting on Tennessee again.
You got to bet on Tennessee going into Cleveland against that defense. I mean, Miles might break the sack record on Sunday. He might have 9 by himself.
Free pick, Cleveland, -3.5.
All right, Longhorn, tell me the fabulous Patreon one more time. Let's get out of here and go find some winners.
All right, go to that patreon.com/bet_FGH page. Sign up for both Eva's football, college. Well, college is still, how long until bowls start going?
We got the conference titles this weekend. That's usually a light week. I might put out a couple picks. That's going to be about it. And then
that's all right.
Bowl selection is on Sunday. And then I think the first bowl is December 13th, if I remember right. So got a couple weeks.
You might as well get locked in on the winners coming throughout the bowl season, and we got the playoffs. CK on fire, hit a monster anytime touchdown parlay, 38-1. Get over there and sign up for him, and I've got an NFL package also. I'll probably put Tennessee on that card, so can't wait for that. Can't wait to get some of that. So for Bo Stevens, I am Longhorn. We are FGH, and no matter how you find us, when you think about betting football, think FGH and never, and I mean never, pay a bookie again. Come on.
Ah, damn it, people never pay a bookie again. Steven Tyler, take us out, baby.